we on? Holy shit, it's working.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming to our show tonight. Excited for some D&D?
Woo!
Yeah! Sweet. Let's do it. Everybody on. Sound is recording.
Yeah, thank you for checking.
Excellent. Okay. Well, let's get into the adventure, my friends. So, where we left you all, you were standing in this chasm-like ancient city. Cobblestone all around you in a big plaza, huge statues flanking this sort of wide open area that you're in. At the center of this plaza ahead of you, you're several hundred feet underground, by the way. You've been through all kinds of trials and tribulations. You're bruised, very stinky, very muddy, but not broken, not bent. And ahead of you, you just saw a silver dragon get the soul sucked out of it and magically put into a small Grecian urn-like vessel, a little 2-foot diameter bronze jar with 2 dragon-shaped handles on it. Around that jar, there is a cult leader-like figure on a pedestal. She's wearing a veil, black robes, sort of dragon frills around her veil. And around, in a big ring around this ritual, there are 20 other cultist-like figures kind of sitting and chanting softly under their breaths. There's sort of a smell of petrichor plus this wafting honey-sweet sort of scent that's been kind of pervasive in this dungeon that you've been digging into. It's this brew that the cultists seem to be using to influence the dragons somehow, potentially. It kind of smells like dragon piss, which is not literal for the listeners that haven't listened to the past episodes. It's a dragon concoction. Behind you, you hear a thumping sound, a crashing sound, getting closer and closer as 2 huge figures make their way down the tunnels above you towards where you are. So what are you all doing right now? You're all kind of hiding? Yes?
Yeah, we were hiding.
Okay, and what does that look like? Like, where are you all right now?
Plastered to the wall behind a rock.
Okay.
Yeah, crouched behind rocks, pillars, whatever is available.
Sure. There are some like alcoves along this sort of passageway that you came down, like the main pathway down.
Yeah, I'm just tucked behind Scoot.
Aware we're outnumbered, and if the big thumping sounds show up, probably outgunned.
I was going to be behind Zay, but that's not working now.
So what are you behind, Scoot?
Hopefully something made of stone, wood, earth.
Yeah, there are these big old statues around.
Oh, okay.
So flanking this plaza, there are also these old statues of what look like powerful beings. There's like a knight, and there's a skeletal figure and a goat-headed figure. And you're hiding behind one of them. Do you do anything immediately or just wait to see what happens?
How many people, in addition to what's her name, Velia?
Velia Shadowmantle is the name that you got.
The person we thought was the one who would be doing the ritual that we think is what we just witnessed.
Right.
Velia.
Yep.
So other than Velia, how many people are here?
20.
Okay. I feel like waiting.
5 apiece plus a couple dragons? Yeah, waiting.
Maybe we can get one of them to turn on the other 19.
Do we still have Bronk?
He is. He's with you too. Yeah, that's a good point. So you have one cultist ally, former cultist. It's not really clear. He drank the Kool-Aid, spat it out.
4 apiece.
Yeah. Yes. And he's hunkering down too in the same alcove. He's like, "Is it okay? Am I doing good, guys?"
You're doing great.
And we are
Yeah.
still
Right.
we're still wearing dragon masks and robes, correct?
3 of you are, plus Bronk.
But
Zay is not.
Yes.
Yes.
I am not disguised.
Right.
And I have the big, powerful dragon mask. Am I wearing it?
Are you wearing it?
I don't think so. I think I was
Right.
holding it, so I still have the disguise one.
Okay.
So I could give the disguise one to Zay and put the magic one on and just hope for the best.
you're going to put on the black mask of dragon kind. just slap it on.
Look, we've had
One
worse
way.
ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
Not today.
Do you?
I'm going to reserve that as an option
Okay.
while we wait and watch.
I will continue to hide behind an object that is larger than me,
Okay.
because I am stealthy.
You have lots of options. And crash, crash, crash down at the end of this long sort of hallway, pathway into the plaza that you came through yourselves. You see the forms of 2 huge black dragons start to materialize in the murky mist of this ancient city. And crash, their tree trunk-like legs stomp past you.
Good call on the hiding.
They're not paying attention for you right now. They do seem a little miffed, like they're kind of like being extra crashy and angry, as if there's some reason to be upset.
Like somebody broke into their dragon horde.
Oh no.
You don't know.
Just theorizing.
They get there and just roar their arrival, and the cultists all like redouble their chanting. And the leader of the cultists immediately begins to recite this ritual chant. It's like, in Shadow's embrace, two become one. Vora Maganthar, wherever Endor, united and undone. And it goes on like that. As this ritual seems to pick up in pace and fervor.
What were those names?
Vora Maganthar and Where Verendor. Don't worry about it too much.
Not writing those down.
V and W.
V and
B
W.
and W. Thank
Yep.
you.
And as they begin to chant louder and louder, one of the cultists just topples over, and like a wispy energy rises from their body and whooshes into the urn in the middle of the room. And you see there's this kind of glowing ring on the urn that's like almost like all the way glowing around full, and it like ticks up a little more full as the one goes down. And feeds it.
How far are we from the urn?
Maybe like 100 feet. And the chanting continues,
Can we
and
suss-
two more cultists, they start to like in a circle keel over, and their souls enter the urn,
Can we
and the little
s-
bar fills up more and more, pixel by pixel.
I just want to suss out what's the percentage. What are we guessing on
Yeah.
that?
Roll intelligence.
Oh, perfect. That's -1. 17.
You're estimating about 97.9%.
Oh my.
That's fine. It stays there for like another hour.
Yeah, there's a little wheel turning. and
It's
everything.
running Internet Explorer.
Somewhere I hear dial-up starting up.
Yeah. What do you do?
I turn to Bronk and I say, "Did you know this was part of the cultist deal?"
He says, I sure didn't. I wasn't high up enough to know about this kind of stuff. Wow, pretty crazy. I wouldn't have opted in. What do we do about it, guys?
We gotta smash that urn.
Are you thinking shatter? How close do you need to be?
60
60. We
I
gotta
gotta get
get
a
you
lot
40
closer.
feet shorter.
I know.
Closer.
under the view of two black dragons.
Yeah. I was gonna point those out.
I noticed them down to my quivering ankles.
Yeah, they are kind of looking around the room. They seem very sort of just impassionate about all this. Like they're like, come on, get on with it. It's the general vibe. Angry eyes.
So probably all 20 of the cultists need to die and their souls go into that urn.
Yes, and 3 more have died while you've considered. So they're almost halfway through.
Oh man, what's the percentage now?
Okay,
It's
well, we
still
had 2.9 and there
97.8.
were 17 left.
I got 16
So
that
If you
time.
do the math, I'm not going to do the math right now, but we'll say it's at about, you didn't roll the intelligence check, so
No, I
Scoop
didn't.
knows that it's like 98.2.
98.2. We got like a 1.8% to decide.
Okay, so
Can we make it disappear? Do we have any way to make it disappear?
not from this range.
I can fill the cavern with daylight
Ooh.
and as a distraction.
Yeah, that would distract.
You could cast it high up so everyone looks up, and I'll run up and shatter.
This plan is flawless.
At this point, half of the cultists have died, and the cobblestones of this plaza are starting to like quake and buckle as if there's like a volcanic eruption happening almost around, just slightly, but increasing in intensity.
Can we bring them back to life?
Who are you asking?
Everybody.
Is there a cultist within 60 feet of me?
Sure.
I cast Scroll of Daylight on that cultist, a 60-foot radius of light, bright light beyond and beyond them. And even beyond that, it becomes dim. So
Interesting.
this corpse is going to just start to glow bright daylight out of it.
Interestingly, none of the cultists or the cult leader even flinch or stop in their ritual. They're all so into it. The dragons, however, start to pan around wildly with even more angry looks in their eyes, and their fangs start to glisten with poison dripping from them as they gaze around looking for the source of the magic.
It's the cultist. It's something's happening.
2 more of the cultists die. There are 8 left.
And the ground is seizing like there's going to be an earthquake.
Yeah, more and more. The cobblestones
Or
are
like
kind
a
of like
volcano.
wanting to like lift up out of the ground.
Okay, is there any cover, or am I just exposed running forward the 40 feet?
You'd be totally exposed.
Guys, I'm starting to get nervous.
Here, Ilka, take this protection from good and evil.
Great.
Or evil and good. I don't know if there's 2 different ones.
It's alphabetical.
Okay, I mean, I can run and cast it, and then the dragons will kill me. But I need to know I'm going to make it the 40 feet. I'm worried that me running, they're just going to stop me in my tracks, and then it's a moot point. Do we got any other shieldy distraction-y?
Bronk is like, I could be a distraction.
You do it, Bronk. Whatever
Okay.
you got.
Okay, guys, what should I run out there?
I never
Give me the
noticed
signal.
that Bronk's shirt was red before.
It's about to be.
He's taken off his robe at this point. You can see that he was wearing a red flannel shirt
Amazing.
underneath it. Yeah.
All right, Bronk. Yeah, do your thing.
Okay.
What?
And he runs out there and says, "Wake up, everyone!"
Oh, God.
And the two dragons whirl towards him. What do you do as he does that? Like, do you follow immediately, or
I go the opposite way, trying to get over to the
Like fanning
the urn.
out, kind
Yep,
of?
trying to
Okay.
get over to the urn, within 60 feet of the urn.
okay? You can see both dragons whipping towards Bronk and like opening their mouths as like a pool of acid starts to form. You have like one
buddy.
round to do something.
Okay, I'm running as fast as I can to the urn.
Okay.
I need to be within 60 feet.
Well, there's a radius to shatter, so if you run 30 feet,
Oh, hey.
I think you are close enough to still hit it.
I'd love to hit I'd hit Vela. Is she nearby?
We'll say for sake
Oh.
of convenience that like it's right on the edge of your shatter spell.
To get the urn and Vela at the same time? Oh.
Not to get both, just to get the urn.
She's not within 30 feet.
She's further back, like facing where the dragons came from.
All right, fine. I run up and I shatter it.
Okay, roll damage, just straight up.
It's inorganic. 16.
Just realizing I still had a marble of mirage that we could have used instead
Oh, yeah,
of
me
Bronk.
too.
You have a bunch of those.
Oh, poor
Oh,
Bronk.
wait.
I have 2.
No,
It's honestly
20,
says it
20
on the
damage.
bottom.
20 damage. Okay. So there's a resounding clang that echoes down miles of hallway and city that you can't even see and bounces back towards you and just fills the air as this ritual is interrupted as there are about 3 cultists remaining to die. And the plaza itself in the center of this room just explodes, just peels back magically as this energy escapes the jar, the vase, and just blasts out into all of you, more than 100 feet out. Like this entire area is just hit with this like nuclear explosion, essentially. Everybody, please make dexterity saving throws.
Sorry, y'all.
I'm good at
Dex
these.
against nuclear explosion. I think
Yeah.
I do have a bonus against nuclear explosion dodging.
As a rogue, yeah. you do.
Yeah. Oh my god.
13.
If you all can see that.
Bless
but,
you.
Oh yeah.
Nat 20.
19.
Bravo, bravo.
I will just also add my dex bonus to that. Let me
Oh,
just.
okay, hold on, everybody.
He really enjoys
That's
this.
gonna be a 26. 26.
26 is good.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Mine is like that in that it's a 6.
Very similar.
Mine has a 0 in it, like the 20, but it's a 10, and that means it's 12.
These are cryptic answers you got. All right. Zay and Ilka, you both take 13 force damage as you're blasted back into the rubble around you.
1-3.
1-3. Lark, you avoid it completely with your nimbleness. You just catch yourself. Scoot, you take half.
7.
7.
I want to do like a matrix, like whoa.
Definitely, like you kind of like bounce off, like you see each rock around you, and like in like
Yeah.
a flash in slow motion, you kind of just bounce off of
It's
them.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a really important question.
Yes.
Does any of Jack's life force go back into Jack being alive again?
It does not. Damn. In fact, you have no indication that stuff is leaving this phylactery. But there's like some big magical force that, except for that part, you know. But the souls, for all you know, they're still in there. However, you are all plummeting as the ground has
I was
blasted away from
wondering.
below you, and there's apparently empty space below this plaza.
How far down does this thing go? There's a 4th castle below the sunken city.
Well, you're all falling right now, and you see no end in sight. There's really not much to catch onto aside from other rocks that are falling with you at this point. So what do you all do while
I
you
can't
plummet?
believe I set up for 4 hours. This is going to be done in 25 minutes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I scream featherfall.
Yeah,
as I'm
I feather
falling.
fall us. Hey, guys.
Do you have to like get together to do that?
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
pretty far from us.
How far
Yeah.
away are we?
Well, it sounds like we got time to get together.
I'm like
Yeah.
pushing off rocks.
I
to
got a
get to you,
60-foot range.
swimming
60
through
feet,
the air.
60 feet from you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll Charlie bucket my way over towards you.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
You managed to get all of SWOJ. However, you don't know where Bronk went. He's not within 60 feet.
Bronk.
Yeah.
Are the dragons also falling?
As far as you know, yeah. Yeah, but they have
no.
wings, so they're also like not falling as quickly
I
as the air
suppose.
catches them.
I get 5 falling creatures within range.
Great.
with my feather fall.
So you start falling more slowly, 60 feet per so 10 feet per second is what featherfall's speed is. And that's still pretty fast. Like as you tumble down, the rocks clamber down around you. It seems like there's been some kind of a cave-in up above, like some of the buildings that were fanning around this plaza have collapsed and kind of sealed off the top part of it where you were. And you fall several hundred feet further down as you catch glimpses of ancient city, ancient cathedral wall, statues of other dead gods. There's a raven-headed figure. There are other more alien, like indescribable forms in statue form along the walls of this sort of like pipe cylindrical area that you're falling down to the bottom of.
It's
Do
swamp
we
castles all the way down.
Do we see the urn? Do we see Velia?
Well, as you touch down, you do not see the urn or Velia. It's pitch black once you get to the bottom. So you actually don't see anything except for Scoot,
Yeah.
who sees none of that stuff.
Did
No.
the daylight cultist fall with us?
You don't see any of them either, no. Like they must have
The
gotten
one-
caught somewhere else
The
in the
one I
rubble up
turned on.
above.
Yeah, the one you turn into a sun.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even see a glimpse of the light. Like it's been clogged up somewhere further up.
Is there anything interesting in the rubble? I mean, we then fell after the rubble, correct?
Yeah, you're kind of on this big mountain of rock at this point,
Okay.
of rock and dirt.
All right.
It's not really. I mean, the stone is damp. There's this sort of magical energy that's now dissipating and fading away, and you just hear distant dripping water and occasionally like an eerie strand of music from somewhere up above.
Oh, up above.
But there's like a very different vibe down here in the very, very bowels of the sunken citadel.
What plane of existence are we in again?
The regular one.
We're in the regular. All right.
Yeah.
Just checking in.
The regular one.
Yeah.
We're not in the shadow. We're not in the fae.
We're in the regular
No,
plane of
you're just really
existence.
deep.
Real deep.
Friends, the vibe down here feels a little different.
Yeah.
Echoey as heck.
Ooh.
I'm going to turn on my night vision goggles. Nice.
Makes me happy.
Thank-
Go ahead.
I'm going to put up some dancing lights.
I'm going to turn off my night vision goggles.
Sorry, guys.
You're briefly blinded. Yeah.
Thanks, Ilka.
Warm. I'm looking for a warm glow because things feel damp and strange.
Yeah. There's
Amber.
oddly like a breeze down here as the lights are on. You can see that dust is sort of blowing towards a tunnel in the distance, like at the edge of this pile of rubble. There are a few different tunnels kind of fanning out in the circular compass directions, but one in particular, the wind is all kind of going that way.
What about the music? Did that go away, or is it
No, it's just very occasional, like every 30 seconds to a minute, like a little bit of strings somewhere very high up.
anything we recognize?
I don't think so.
Rains of Castamere, nothing like that.
Well, I guess roll intelligence again.
9.
It sounds like strings, but not like sailboat
Nailed it.
strings. Yeah.
Hey,
like
me as
more
a
classical.
bard, do I know anything about this music I'm hearing?
Sure, you would know right away that it's
Whoa, right
very,
away.
very. It's like a sort of Philip Glassy, like classical sort of melody that, but like a little modern, you know.
Yeah, of course it
Just
is.
strains of it though.
Strings. That's what I heard.
Strings and piano.
I heard not tuba.
Right.
Can I tell if it is being magically produced or acoustically produced? Is someone playing this?
It's pretty muffled, so it's not really clear.
Muffled strings. That's a weird idea.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
You wrap a towel around your violin.
Different podcast.
All right. So we're down here. We've got 4-ish tunnels, and one smells sweeter than the others. I read a book about that. So my instinct is the good smelling tunnel.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Is it? Can we tell which tunnel seems to have the echo of the water dripping?
That's kind of all around you.
It's just
a
all
thing.
around. Okay.
You remember that it was raining up way up above before, and there's a lot of water in the system coming down, so a lot of sources for water.
Okay.
This is just a giant drain pipe, does it seem like? Or is it just, you said a cylinder?
Well, it's interesting because the cultists were pumping out water up above in the other castles, but down here there's no water. It's all empty. So there must have been like some kind of a seal that has since been broken.
Oh, God. I'm not a plumber. I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sweet smelling one. Is that the one we're going to go towards?
Yeah.
Start
let's
making
do
our
it.
way.
Okay, and who's in front?
Scoot.
Scoot. Who's in back?
Nobody.
Sure, me. I
All
will.
together in a line?
Mark will.
Zay's
Wizard of
in the
Oz
middle.
style?
Just
Yes.
me.
Elbows linked.
Yeah.
A skip in our step.
I love it. Okay, and you make your way down this sort of tunnel-like passage. It winds around left, right, left, Occasionally there are side passages that seem either full of rubble or they just smell like death. But the wind continues down one particular path. And as you head that way, you get the sense that there are things moving around the space that you're in. Like it's not just stone. As you get further in, there are occasionally carvings on the walls or murals or even old relics on shelves, like old sort of like tools for different rituals. Or
Any themes to these murals?
roll history or arcana.
That'll do.
Arcane history.
Wait, Ilka, are you stopping to look at the murals?
21. Yes, I am.
Oh no.
It's been a while. Her memory's soft.
Yeah, you catch glimpses of a variety of different stories. There's not a common thread to all of them, but there's definitely a theme of death and undeath in this place. There are scenes depicting rituals of creating liches or even Draco-liches, like big piles of bones that are animating and swirling around to coalesce into new life. Or big battles between gods of death. There's like a goat-headed one and a raven-headed one and a skeleton-headed one and many others with armies surrounding them, clashing in mural form. And there are occasionally little brushes that are just sort of dusting off these murals. And as you guys pass them, you get the sense that whatever is moving these inanimate objects around you is like pausing to consider you all and regard you briefly before you keep going.
I wonder if we're looking at a history book or an instruction manual.
Oh, yeah. I think it may be a little bit of history because if I remember, Miracle and the Raven Queen, like they had done battle in the past or something. Even though in game time that was just like a few hours ago. It's a little hazy.
Roll perception, everyone, please. Nice.
Oh.
21.
All right. So Ilka, you're pretty attuned to death and undeath to begin with.
You know it?
27.
27. Zay, you as well would immediately pick up on this. That they're
6.
8.
for the listening audience. Thank you.
I just want, in case you had some information for me.
Scott wanted to be included.
With my 6.
Well, you'll hear it eventually. First of all, Ilka and Zay, you hear that there are voices definitely speaking about you. It's a little wispy, a little ghostly, as if it's coming from another world, like down a narrow pipe, like it's just a sort of echoey sound. But they're saying like, oh, new mortals are here. Oh, yes. Where do they come from? Oh, it's been so long. Oh, my. They must be here for the trials. Oh, the trials. Oh, I can't wait.
Me
New
either.
life in the
Same.
shrouded citadel. You say me either?
Yeah.
You either
You
what?
get no response.
We're here for. I guess there's some trials coming up.
What are you talking about?
They keep talking as if they didn't hear you at all.
Yeah.
New life in the shrouded citadel. I think the new life is us.
What are you talking about?
There's I was listening. It's sometimes, I'm like part of you with the alive thing, but also sometimes not. And when I'm more in the not, sometimes I hear the more not alive things and their thoughts.
Oh, that track, then it disturbs me.
Science.
I got it all.
I'd like to keep an eye out on those shelves with the knickknacks to see if there's anything Semu might like.
Okay. You don't see any yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I hear a feat of strength is happening? Are we doing trials?
Yeah.
Right, you hear more.
We'll see.
Yes, they're going to pass the 4 trials to ascend to the surface.
4
yes.
trials, Scoot.
And I hear the trials will grant them some kind of power over the dead. I don't like the sound of that. No, it's all right.
Wait up. Are they?
At this point, you guys would have heard this too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting louder. As you follow the wind, it becomes more pronounced.
There will be 4 trials, y'all. And if we do well, we'll get some kind of power over the dead.
And we get to the surface.
Well, I don't know if it'll be all 4 of us. That would be great. It has the potential.
Wait a minute.
I didn't get as much as she got.
I'm inferring.
Sure. Ahead of you, at the end of this last hallway that you're in, you see a staircase ascending to a more brightly lit room, maybe 100 feet up. It's a long stone staircase.
Okay. I start making my way towards the staircase.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following.
Go up the staircase. Unless there's a sign that says trials the other direction.
No, it seems like this is a trial-ish direction.
This is the trialish direction?
Yeah, as you're walking up the stairs, there's like this extra whoosh of energy, and you kind of hear like a, "Whoa!" sort of like there's just these spirits moving past you, but you can't see them. And you also hear a rumbling sound from up above, and the ceiling shakes a little and dust falls down. Ilka and Zay hear a grumbling of other spirits as more dust settles down.
As we're traveling, I'm going to cast Balm of the Summer Court on myself.
Okay.
And just in case for 10.
Okay. And at the top of the staircase, you see a sort of small square room. It looks very office-like. There are endless shelves of dusty tomes and scrolls, flickering ghosty lights. It's a very pale light. It smells of old parchment with a hint of brimstone a little bit. And there's this sound filling the room of this sort of bony clicking and scratching. And you can see that there's this sort of bureaucratic afterlife, like a bureaucratic nightmare, essentially, just a bunch of skeletons at little desks scribing down notes, with one sort of head desk at the other side of the room with a more like immaculately dressed, undeadish type with very sunken eyes. And he just kind of raises his undead eyebrows at you. He's got holes for eyes. And he just sort of hems and haws a little and then goes back to whatever he was writing again as you enter the room.
I'm picturing the Beetlejuice afterlife. I'm so happy right now.
I'm in producers. Unhappy. All the miserable type. Just me?
Oh,
okay.
yes. And they all click their little stenographer things. And yeah.
I want to look over one of the skeleton's shoulders to see what they're writing.
It's proposed afterlife plans. In common sometimes, mostly in other languages that you don't understand, but there are some newer ones that they like just busted out to start writing. And you can see it actually has to do with like cultists recently deceased. So,
Interesting.
yeah. And the figure at the other side of the desk says, "I suppose you're here for the trials."
Trials? Yes, I am.
Yep.
Yes. Well,
Let's do it.
your arrival is fortuitous. Welcome to the trial of Jurgle.
Who's Jurgle?
What's Jurgle?
Roll religion.
Oh, I know I asked that.
Oh, you yeah, okay. Says, Jurgle is my master, the lord of the end of everything.
Whoa.
That's lofty.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes. He gets the job done.
A lot of responsibility.
It looks kind of like y'all get the job done. You know, every boss has to have its people who do all the
We
work.
try. We don't get new cases down here very often, so thank you for that, I guess. Anyway, we have some fresh spirits to organize, so if you may, our trial will be quite literal. On the one side, and he points to one side of the room where there are 3 skeletons with like little skeletal briefcases and little notepads. So he says, we have the Miraculites who have their own opinions on where the souls of the dead should go. You will be defending the other, whatever your opinion is of where these spirits should end up. Am I clear?
Wait, I'm here for the trial.
Yes.
Like lifting things.
No.
Feats of strength.
Oh, boy.
Combat arena? Ringing a bell?
No, the first
There's
case.
4 of these? Okay.
The first case, we have the souls of 7 cultists, recently deceased, eaten by Otyugs. The plaintiffs may first present their case, and the skeletons march up. And they're like, we think they should be turned into undead and take over the fortress up above for our Lord Miracle. And they all grin, always. And the clerk, he says, very well. And what is your position as the defense?
Do the undead have their own wishes? Have they been promised anything as cultists?
Not in the afterlife. They are not beholden to any clauses of unbreakable metaphysical malpractice or any such circumstance.
Sure, but there's a line between beholden to clauses and was it told that this might pan out for them? So in their lifetime, as signing up to be cultists, were they told that anything good was going to come for them in the afterlife?
They were told many things. However, their fate is open to post-mortem deliberation. They were not sworn to a deity.
Do Otyugs have a deity?
As they are in our domain now, we get to decide.
Do Otyugs have a deity?
Yes.
Interesting. I feel a little unqualified to weigh in on this case. I have neither a law degree or any experience or even a skeletal briefcase.
Are you not here for the trials?
I personally pushed 2 of them into more Otyugs.
Yes, the circumstances of their death are not in question.
Do we get to talk to him at all?
No.
All right.
Do we? I want to confer with my colleagues for a moment.
Yes, you may enter a brief recess.
We would like a recess.
Yes, we will consult the tome of transcendental technicalities while you do so.
Can I have a copy?
No.
Do we want to send him to the other side of the wall? That's what's going to happen to him if we don't come up with an alternative plan, or if we let them be taken by the Scalawaryers.
Scalawaryers.
Scalawaryers?
Scalawaryers?
Lawyers. Yeah. So they'll go back up and serve?
I think
till
there'll
the end
be
of
some of
time?
the undead, like the mud mummies that grabbed you, and
That seems a bleak existence.
right?
Yeah.
I think they should get a do-over.
Is that an option? Wait, their bodies are inside Odiux at
Otiuns
the moment.
devoured.
Well, I would improve their current situation somehow. Maybe reborn or transference into.
You're pulling off a lot for these guys that you actually killed.
Well, that was work, man. I don't hate them. It was the job.
What about something like useful but happy, like a barnyard creature?
What about a jester?
Jester. Those are neither useful nor happy.
Disagree.
Yeah, like bring him back as oxen.
Reincarnation, interesting. Okay. And the clerk sort of taps on his table and says, "Have you come to an accord?"
Yes, we have. We propose that the cultists be reanimated or reincarnated as beasts of burden for an ethical farmstead, such as oxen, where they will be well treated but learn the value of hard work.
And the Scalawaryers speak up and say, "How is that any better than undeath?
Objection.
They're still serving."
Objection.
Objection upheld.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Sustained. Right? I'm not a lawyer either.
And yet you wrote this into the campaign.
I'm doing my best.
Yay!
They will re-experience life among the living in a method of servitude that benefits the earth.
I'm convinced.
They can learn to take joy in simple pleasures, like an honest day's work. And not having their soul sucked into a Ziploc bag or whatever it was down there.
Roll persuasion.
I'm very
Scoot and
persuasive.
Ilka together.
Oh, boy.
18.
9. So half.
So the average is like a 13 or 14. They got an 11, so we're going to say that you're more persuasive in this
I
argument.
am.
The
Good job,
clerk
team.
says, "Very well, I, Mortimer Quill, hereby say that these souls will be allowed to reincarnate after they pass through the appropriate channels, but we will now be banning all unauthorized transmigrations until further notice. The next case," and he shuffles through some papers, and the Scalawaryers do the same thing as well. He says, "We have several deceased dragons on hand. Their souls recently escaped a phylactery, and we must know what to do with them. Do they return to the phylactery as they were bound to, or do we let them go free to some other afterlife, such as the Preserve of the Ancients?"
That's what I was going to suggest. The second one.
What she said.
Yeah, preserve of the ancients.
Preserve the ancients.
The Scalawaryers are like, but, they're bound to return to the phylactery by the ritual. Their souls have been promised.
Not by them.
Irrelevant.
They didn't sign anything.
Yeah. The souls were forcibly taken. Absolutely not. They made no choice in this matter.
Worse things have happened, the skeletons say.
Worse things have happened.
People
It's
go to
not-
unwilling afterlives all the time.
It's not a
Wait,
legal defense.
What's her Zelipharn? Can we still get in contact with Zelipharn?
He is hanging on your necklace, yeah.
Zelipharn, help us convince these guys that they should send the dragons to you in the Grove of the Ancients.
But, okay, what's going on, Zay?
We have the spirit of two white, silver,
We don't know.
Many.
oh, many,
Several dragons.
Oh, beyond just Jack and Jill. Oh,
Jill's not dead.
well, that's right. Jill's hanging on. We have the spirits of some dragons that we're fighting for, and we want to send them to the Grove of Ancients.
But the Scalawaryers who serve Miracle, the undead, want to do. What do they want to do?
Keep them in the phylactery. That
Want
they
to
came
keep
from.
them in the phylactery on the argument that they were caught there fair and square, which is crap.
So
Okay.
you should tell them all about
yeah.
how dragons from their ancestral right preempt all former previous exceptional clauses.
Yeah, okay, I get it. All right. Dragons are primordial creatures, and as such are exempt from many ethereal plane zoning ordinances. Therefore, you should totally let these dragons go free. They don't want to be in a phylactery. Zelphorn's voice is very aggressive tonight.
Your Honor, I've never heard a more convincing argument.
Roll persuasion, Lark, with advantage, because your friends are helping you.
Thank goodness.
I have for guidance.
I mean, it's not bad. It's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That will do it. So Mortimer says, we find the plaintiff's stance to be in conflict with the interdimensional accord of afterlife affairs. Therefore, the dragon spirits will be let free. Yes. I think that's enough lawyering for now. I think you've done well in these trials.
More trials.
Weren't there,
I would like to offer you a word of warning. The next is Orcus's trial, and he's not known for being as polite as Jurgle.
who's Orcus?
Good luck.
Who's Jurgle?
No, Jurgle was his boss, the lord at the end of everything.
Orcus is the demonic lord of undeath.
He sounds
He's
nice.
a demon.
What's his mood like right now?
Contemptuous.
So he's okay.
You might have a lot in common, actually. It's right up those stairs. And he points onto the far side of the room where there's a staircase heading upwards and upwards.
Nice.
A lot of stairs.
Past level
And
one.
before you go, he blows like a puff of spirit energy that envelops the four of you. And all of a sudden you can see spirits all around you, the spirits that were cleaning up the shelves and moving things around. And there's also a current of souls just kind of whooshing up through the hallway that you're heading towards, as well as like through cracks in the walls. There are just many spirits in this place that are all whooshing through.
I think he just gave me LSD.
It's a lot of spirits.
I'm seeing a lot of spirits
Yeah.
Yes.
and the wind.
So some are like working the space, and some are like, do they appear to be summoned somewhere, or like just moving through the space?
It seems like there's some kind of current that's transporting them upwards.
Okay.
Start making our way.
Yeah, let's go.
Go see
get going.
Orcus, the contemptuous.
Okay. The staircase winds upwards in a spiral pattern, at least 500 feet or so. You're pretty tired by the time you get to the top. And as you get closer and closer to the top, you hear occasional screams of agony. The smell gets more stagnant, kind of like rotting things.
This sounds like my kind of trials.
There are more and more bones just laying around on the stairs until you get to the top. And you see before you what looks like a sort of underground stone coliseum lit by fire with all kinds of crazy giant bone furnished accoutrements. There's a huge audience of skeletons cheering as you arrive. The bones are rattling and there's this sort of clapping hollow sound filling the room. And at the far side of the room, there is this goat-headed figure with a staff with a skull on it. And he waves it around like a sort of a, what are they called? The circus, oh my gosh. The guy who leads the circus. What's his
The
what's
ringleader?
The ringleader, the ringmaster, thank you. The ringmaster, he's the ringmaster of this whole show, and he says, welcome to the Crucible.
Have we been here before?
Yeah, it feels like it.
Feels like we've been to a crucible before.
He says, we've got the 4 contestants from up above. They're here for their trial. He occasionally bleats.
The announcer voice got me
With the goat bleat.
with the goat bleat.
Do you have anything you want to say to the crowd?
Bah!
He's like, I like it.
Say it.
It's nice to
We got to
be
win him
here.
over.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. I wave.
I watch a lot of wrestling. I know how to work a crowd. We're okay.
What are you doing?
I yell, it's great to be here in this underplay.
Yes. Roll
See?
performance. Roll performance.
Oh, yeah. Not good. 7?
All right. The crowd is skeptical.
I didn't know the name of the city, so that's a bad start
Underplace,
right off.
yeah.
Underplace sounded good to me.
I thought so.
Yeah.
You're like, this is the heart of the Shrouded Empire, dude.
I got information out of
Don't you
him.
know? All right, there'll be 3 rounds of the Crucible. The first round, the rapid fire questions. Get ready. Number 1. Name 4 intelligent types of undead.
Ilka,
You have 30 seconds.
that's one. Ilka's an
A
intelligent.
lich.
A lich.
1.
A Dracolich.
Dracolich.
Okay, 2.
Vampire.
3.
Ilka.
I was thinking Ilka too.
That's what I said originally.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Step forward and bow with a flourish. Try to impress the crowd.
All right, the second question. Remember, if you get these questions wrong, the penalty is death.
Oh, boo.
Second question, what is the primary material component for the Raise Dead spell?
I'm out.
Whoever answers takes responsibility for the question.
Don't one of you have that spell? I sure hope.
Tick tock.
I'd like to
tick,
consult
tock.
my player's handbook.
I know we've been really
Is it in
stringent
your
about material
backpack?
components so far in the campaign.
That's the first time you've asked for one in 5.5 years.
Well, they've come up before, actually. You can roll intelligence if you want to. You can go that route. Beat an 18. Yeah, you don't remember.
So I was hoping it was a 1.
It's a little tilted.
7.
It's Jack between 15 and
Yep,
7.
go again.
but- You know what? This is
He started thinking about
Wait,
something.
are we
Yeah, right.
all rolling?
Somebody roll. How did we?
how did we keep going lower? We're good.
Wait. How did we raise Lark? It was a diamond. Was that a raise the dead spell?
It was a cloning spell, I think.
No, there was something with that's resurrection uses a diamond, I think, not raise dead. But Scott knows that. Scoot has no idea.
Can we phone a friend?
Like
Yeah, maybe
who?
Zelifar knows.
I was thinking about Technomancer
What's
John
the
Brophy.
primary?
Yeah, anyone in the
Raise Dead spell.
audience.
Someone said 1,000 gold pieces. 1,000 gold worth of gems.
Is that your answer?
I'm looking at John in the booth, and he's giving me nothing.
Fair.
I think SWOJ's our collective knowledge is based around reanimating Lark.
Yeah.
So diamond.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I had a diamond crushed over me in the Grandpa Mordecai resurrection.
Which is
A big honkin' diamond.
That's right. It's a big honking diamond. There have been wars fought over such things. The next question, the last question. Who is the current so-called god of the dead? And why does he totally fail at his job?
This is a high school radio station, isn't it?
Yeah. The third caller wins $20 and a gift card to Olive Garden.
is it the
Jurgle? Lord at the end of everything?
no? It's,
No, Miracle.
I mean, Miracle is one of them. I
Yeah.
don't know why he totally sucks his job. I don't know if he's also the current god of the dead.
Thoth.
Yeah, I feel unqualified to answer this.
Miracle, final answer.
That is wrong. And Scoot falls over lifeless.
Wait, you didn't say that question was death. I thought it was like 20 push-ups. Oh, fine. All right, I'm dead.
Scoot is on the floor, drooling a little. He says, "Don't worry, it's not permanent, but he will be severely handicapped in the next challenge, which is the physical challenge." The answer to that question, by the way, was Kellamvor.
Oh yeah.
Why does he
That's
suck
right.
at his job?
Kellamvor.
Because he lets souls get stuck in the wall of the faithless. What a drag. He ignores their suffering.
That's not cool.
Kellamvor.
That's where we were gonna send the first group of people.
Yeah,
I didn't
to
realize
Kellamvor's
he was.
wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize he was a god of the dead.
The current one. Maybe not for long. The next challenge is the Bone Bridge. And ahead of you, this Colosseum kind of opens up like the waters of the Red Sea. And ahead of you, there's this 40-foot length chasm over a pit of just writhing souls, like little green, wispy hands just reaching up about 5 feet or so.
You guys have fun with that.
There are bone fragments sort of hovering over this pit that shift and rearrange. It'll take some decent acrobatics to get across. He says, "It will be a race to the finish to see who wins." And he snaps his fingers and waves his little skull wand. And Scoot, you wake back up again.
Oh.
With disadvantage on all of your skill checks for the next challenges. Like for
Challenges?
this trial,
Oh.
as you recover from being briefly dead.
That's fine.
It didn't take.
Yeah, didn't
yeah,
take.
it was all
You're
right.
only mostly dead.
Yeah.
I was swimming with the rainbow dolphins. It was awesome.
You is that
cool.
the afterlife for Scoot?
Yeah.
Is Zay the only of our number who hasn't died so far?
Well, that was small D dead.
Small D.
Little D.
Little dead.
Yep.
Baby dead.
Yep.
Zay's
No,
definitely.
I've small D
She's
dead.
definitely
You small D
D
dead.
Yeah.
Just contestants, take your positions.
Okay. I hand one end of a. How far am I going? Can I tell? Can I see?
It's only about 40 feet, but there is just like there are all these moving bones in the way. You have to kind of dodge around and
Yeah.
jump over to get there, and there are 4 lanes to approach.
And does it seem like we all need to get across, or just one of us?
Whoever gets across first wins, is what he said.
All right. I'm ready to go.
What happens to the losers?
Yeah.
Unclear.
Oh wait, I thought we were
Should we-
competing against someone else.
I'll
Nope.
pass it. Try to pass it
Wait
at
a
the
minute.
same time.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work. Let's do it.
All right. Ready, set, go! Roll acrobatics checks, please. Whatever you
I
decide to do.
wild shape into a tressum and
Easy.
fly around everything.
Still roll acrobatics. There's still
Okay.
moving chunks of bone that are trying to smack you.
Ilka, 15.
Okay.
Oh, it's not like a pattern. They're like aggressively trying to.
It's pretty random. It's very like
Okay.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
10.
10.
24.
24. All right. Everyone except Scoot is succeeding. Scoot, you're still a bit stiff.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9? Mm-hmm. All right. Zay as well. You both make it about halfway, dodging and dipping under these things. Zay and Scoot, you get knocked down. You're like hanging off the edge of... Well, Scoot, you're hanging off the edge of one of the bones.
Okay.
Zay, I think you're just kind of tumbling down. You're like drifting close to the reaching spirit arms, but you're not quite in them.
Okay.
So roll acrobatics again. If anybody wants to help your struggling friends, you're welcome to.
I want to help my struggling friends
By doing what?
by pulling them back up.
So you pause and go back and give
Yeah.
them a hand. Okay.
Yeah. Roll again.
Roll it.
Okay.
Crit fail.
Okay.
Is this considered turn-based? Can I bardic inspiration anybody?
You can. It's not combat. We're just doing like rounds of skill checks.
Cool.
So.
I'm going to sing an uplifting song at Zay. And
All right.
I
see
do
if
also-
that makes her
So
float like a tiger.
7, 9.
I also have a plus 10 on my acrobatics, so it's really an 11, but it still is a crit fail.
Okay. Yeah.
14 for Scoot.
Okay. So one more time. Did you roll again? What are you doing? Just doing bardic inspiration, or?
I also managed to crit fail.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for the help.
So and Zay and Scoot, you had
14.
14 and
9.
9. Okay. Zay, you get grabbed by one of the spectral hands.
Being a flying cat was not the right choice, apparently.
You slip off of the bone that you're on and start to sink down. Ilka and Lark, you two dive for your friends but miss them and are now like hanging on, like your feet get caught in crooks of the bones and you're kind of dangling off the edge of the bones as well, reaching down towards your friends.
Yeah, this is about how it usually goes.
Yeah. You've been in similar situations in the past.
Yeah.
This tracks.
Zay, you are going to take some damage, and Scoot, you as well.
Oh, all right.
Zay, you take 7 necrotic damage, and Scoot, you take 10 necrotic damage from the spectral hands pulling at you, grabbing you.
I forgot how to write an 8, so I'm going to do 2 circles.
And now, Scoot, you have nothing to hold on to, so you're kind of like sinking in quicksand is what it feels like. So, Zay, you can still fly out potentially, but Scoot, you need some help or some way to get out of there.
Oh, I got this.
Okay.
Next one.
What do you all do
It's all
next?
me.
I want to go save Scoot.
By doing what?
Not rolling a nat 1. Yeah, I'm going to pull... How far am I from him?
Maybe like 10 feet.
Oh.
11
Close.
feet, 12 feet, 13 feet.
Get- I'm going to swing myself back up, get over above him, and dangle down by my ankles so that he can grab my hands.
It sounds like another acrobatics roll.
Yeah. What could
What
go wrong?
about Lark?
I'm gonna try to disengage myself from the bones and help everybody back up, and so that we can keep all rushing together towards the finish line.
Acrobatics as well then.
Oh,
This would have been a great time to tie the rope to
did you
each
crit
other.
fail a second time in a row?
No, but I rolled an 8.
Okay, all right. 29.
Save us, Lark.
Jeez.
Zay and Scoot, what about you guys? What are you
Oh,
doing?
we're rolling.
Roll
I'm,
strength to get out.
I'm trying to save my life.
Mine is also a strength.
What's your HP as a Tressum?
5.
So you are
I'm
no
no
longer a
longer a
Tressum. You
Tressum.
are Zay.
Hey, Hey, Zay, nice
like
to see you
hanging
again.
on to the edge.
So you're starting to drown in the hands as well then, because you were grabbed by one. So
Okay.
do you have a way to get out from that? Or just
I'm-
pulling yourself out strength-wise, trying to stay on top? Like
I'm
magically or
reaching for
otherwise?
Zay or
Zay first?
yeah.
Yeah, I reach up towards Lark as well.
All right, so strength roll, and then you failed your acrobatics roll, so
8.
you're
Yep.
tumbling down near Scoot. And Lark, you recovered and able to help one of your friends. So Zay, you can roll with advantage.
Will you all stay on the bridge? What is going on?
That's not higher.
With my -1, I have 9.
Scoot?
Okay, well, I'm going to rage then,
Yes.
since this is a strength check. And is
Yep.
this just straight strength, or is this a save?
We'll say it's a save.
24.
Very good. So Scoot, you're able to totally kind of move through these hands and even like push towards one of the walls if you want to.
Oh,
Or
cool.
start trying to jump up.
Yeah.
However, Zay and Ilka are going to take 3 damage, 3 necrotic damage, and Zay 6 necrotic damage. And Lark, you're pulling Zay up with the rope at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, my hero.
Yeah, so I'm going to make one more round of rolls, you guys.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics for you, Scoot. Strength for Zay. Well, no, Zay, you're out now. Strength for Ilka.
Strength.
And acrobatics for Lark.
So if I say I'm going to use a lucky now, do we just erase the disadvantage for this one roll?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll say I'm being lucky on this one and just let the chips fall where they. 16.
Pretty good.
11.
14.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Scoot, you're able to help out Ilka if you want to, since you're so close to her.
I
She's
would like to.
She's struggling to get out still.
Not anymore.
Okay. So Scoot's pulling you up. What'd you get, Lark?
15.
15. That's just enough to get back to like the edge with Zay. The two of you are kind of steadying each other as you go this time instead of running separately. Do you make it across the finish line together as a 2 of you, or do you wait for your friends?
We wait for our friends.
Oh, God, please wait for us.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all going to step across together.
Okay, and we'll say that you managed to kind of peel yourselves up out of the stone by grabbing a swinging bone as it goes by, and Ilka and Scoot make your way up to the edge as well. And you all cross together.
Yay!
Can we like, as we're crossing, can we like freeze frame while we're laughing? Just like, and then the credits will roll.
Yeah, and like
the celebration things.
and a
will come up, the
voiceover of
confetti.
old Lark about like, I remember my friends.
I do a fist
Those were
pump
good
in the
days.
air.
Yes.
Yeah,
We win. We solved your
you
puzzle.
win.
Back to Earth.
He says, well, that was unexpected. I guess you'll all have to withstand the stench of death long enough to retrieve your prize. It's the last challenge.
Okay. I lived with Scoot for a while, so I'm ready.
It's
All
true.
right. Ahead of you, it looks like a meat locker. There's just this sort of hallway with just hanging gross stuff all around. He says, it's right on that way. Good luck.
We just have to walk through it.
Yeah, your prize is at the end of the hallway.
Do I still have disadvantage?
Yes.
I didn't know it was all the challenges. I thought it was just the next one. All right.
Yes.
Well, nothing to do. I rage, and how far away is it?
That's like 10 feet ahead of you.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
say pretty close.
I'm gonna be as extra as I can. I'm gonna do like a run, jump through the air, try to make that whole 10 feet.
Nice.
You'll definitely make it before the rest of your team then. So,
The hallway's only 10 feet long.
no, it extends into the darkness a little ways,
Oh.
but it's not super long, but he's just faster. So,
Sure.
yeah.
I'm
So,
just gonna try to go for it. And
yes, make a strength, or make a constitution saving throw. Scoot.
okay. Oh, that's not covered by rage, is it?
No.
Bummer. All right. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna get much lower than that. I shouldn't have said that into a microphone. 9.
9.
9. I got a 5. Plus 5.
Scoot, you are so overcome by this horrible, horrible, creeping sense of just corpses that you start to puke all over the ground in this hallway. And you all can hear Scoot doubling over as he's stopped in his tracks by the horrible, horrible smell.
Scoot, no.
I haven't eaten that much, so enjoy the dry heaves.
You would
everybody.
have more disadvantage, but you already have disadvantage, Scoot, so you're doing okay beyond that.
I didn't lose ground though, right?
Right.
All right, cool.
Right. Do you guys,
fine. Come on.
you guys charge in as well?
Zay, do you have any morphs that don't smell?
I
You really
I'd
ate a
like
lot
to
of
use
food
my
that day.
druid craft to try to kind of like put a pleasant scent in the smell
Sure.
in
You
the
can roll
in
with
the
advantage
area
if you go in
around
with
us.
that.
Yeah. Okay. And I can do it in a 5-foot cube. So
That's enough for everyone's noses.
come on over, friends.
I go into the cube.
Smells of
cube of-
lavender.
Yeah, the cube of lavender.
Do I need to smell?
Oh,
In this case, yes.
In this case, yes. Okay.
What'd you get? Nat 20?
Not 20.
2-0.
Ilka and Lark,
Nice.
you too?
Yeah. It smells so nice in here. Oh, I need to roll?
If you're going in.
I'm going into her cube.
You still roll with advantage
Okay.
for a con save.
Still coming out.
A little more.
Ugh.
I'm just like skipping through. Come on, guys.
All right. Ilka rolls.
16.
What do you want? Con?
Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so what was your roll again?
16 also.
16, 16, and nat 20.
Nat 20.
You are all fine. You focus on the lavender, not on the bad stuff. And you kind of help Scoot along as he continues to retch his way to the end of the hallway where there's a small podium with what looks like a sort of a semicircular ring, like a half a ring, sitting on a little pedestal.
Great. Now lavender's ruined for me.
Right, definitely.
I have a little flask of Pedialyte that I give to Scoot.
Good. Zediolite.
Yeah, Zediolite.
Zediolite.
Who takes the thing, or do you leave it there?
What's it made of?
Gold?
Little gold half ring?
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel...
Can we?
It looks kind of like a nose ring.
Oh.
Oh, kind of gross. Can we all pick it up at the same time?
Sure.
I'll reach for it. Touch.
Bink.
This always works well.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We all go pick it up at the same time.
And there's a flash of light and a roll of thunder, and you are no longer in this arena. And you hear a cheering of skeletons and bones clattering and clapping behind you. As you hear the voice echoing behind you, "They did it! They made it through! Look at them go! They've succeeded on the second trial!" And you can all realize that as you're talking to each other, the ghosts are suddenly stopping to listen to you as they flow past you in this current heading upwards. Ahead of you is, it looks like, a sort of round elevator-like platform to walk onto.
Wait a minute.
Do we still have the half ring?
You do.
Rapid
Yeah.
fire questions, bone
Yeah.
bridge, stench of death. That was 3.
Right.
So they said that we succeeded the second trial,
Right.
so we still have a third?
And a fourth.
Unclear.
What?
The first set were jocular. Wasn't his name?
Jurgle.
Oh, I get
and
it,
the
I get
second
it.
set were, the guy who doesn't like count.
Jurgle's
Yeah.
trial is 1, Orcus's trial is 2. We have a third coming up. Gotcha.
Or we won, and this is the winner's
We win.
platform. Like this elevator takes
We're
us
done.
up to the some sort of podium where they'll put a medal on us.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
There's another like tremor that shakes the elevator on the ground all around you, more intense than the last one. You were going up the last floor, and you hear a roar of dragons echoing somewhere far up above.
That's not great.
Oh, I forgot about them.
In the
not
upward
great.
direction. Yeah.
So if we finish these last X number of trials, we go up and see 2 black dragons who don't like us?
Yeah.
But
Cool.
we'll have power over the dead, and we're in a citadel of the dead.
Oh.
So this is
Right.
good news.
So we better do something in round 1.
Do you go onto the elevator?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, you rise up this slow elevator platform. It's very slow and grindy, pretty noisy. Takes a couple minutes to reach its destination, and you're all greeted as it slows down to a stop by a doorway, and beyond the doorway is just utter darkness, a complete void.
Except
Dark
for?
vision does not help.
What?
It is just dark.
This is so weird. I can't see anything.
Yeah, and the current of souls that's been swirling around you is just whooshing into that darkness.
Do we still have the half a ring?
You do.
What's it made of?
Gold.
Does it do anything?
What do you do with it?
I'm fidgeting with it and seeing if I can turn it into like a septum nose ring thing.
Yeah. Put it in
You
your
stick it in your
nose.
nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second.
He's got to go to the end
That's
of
a
his
magical
notes.
nose ring.
He's scrolling down.
Yeah, do you inhale deeply?
Eventually, sure. I'm wearing it in my face.
Okay, you get a sense for the souls traveling around you as you inhale. You get their smell, and there's a mixture of smells. There's a smell of sort of sweet optimism and just sort of a rank smell of ancient rage.
I can smell the feelings of the dead, y'all. Does this look as cool as I think it does?
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's very much like a bowl kind of ring.
You said that you can smell the feelings of the dead, and it like washed over me like, yeah, Ilka, haven't you always been able to do that?
No.
Really?
Yeah. I could sometimes hear them,
Oh,
but now I can smell them.
it all seems normal.
That seems like a bad thing, actually.
Yeah. I can smell their feelings.
You smell dead people.
I smell dead people. I smell dead
I
people.
empathetically smell dead people.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you all do?
I want to try my night vision goggles.
Also nothing.
Dancing lights.
into the darkness, nothing.
Cool.
Should we try our final scroll of daylight?
We cast magic missiles at the darkness?
Science hour.
I feel like we're supposed to step into the darkness.
Well, I've taken a couple of these hits already. Let's go once more. I stick my foot out and into
As
the
soon as
darkness.
Scoot touches the darkness, he just completely vanishes to the rest of you.
What happens to
Zay
me?
follows.
We'll get to that. Zay as well.
I also
Scoot!
step in.
Okay. Lark, you're on your own.
I look around for a beat and then jump after everybody.
Nice. Plug your nose.
Yeah, plug my nose.
2 feet jumping in.
And you all are whooshing upwards through the ground incorporeally at a super fast speed. You're whooshing through rock, through stone, through mud, through caverns.
Wait, incorporeally?
Incorporeally, one after another. You can see each other glowing in this line as you whoosh towards the surface.
I was attached to my corporeal. I really, I would like my body.
Well,
back.
you realize that you are not in your body right now. You are inhabiting a spirit that is rising through the earth.
Do I have my hat?
No. A little disconcerting.
I'm not. I feel bad.
Can I smell how he feels?
Yeah, you just get a real bad smell.
Can you smell my joy?
What does Lark's feelings smell like, Lark?
I don't know. Sadness. What does sadness smell like? Like anxiousness,
Burnt
No,
toast.
detachment.
Yeah, kind of like potatoes that you were going to cook and you didn't, and
Like,
you left
yeah.
them in the pantry too long.
Yeah.
That's it. That is
Yeah.
sad.
You accidentally hit 33 instead of 3 when you throw the microwave popcorn in.
And pop, 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 pop.
Forever.
You arrive on the surface around Castle Neritar,
Oh.
near the Jolly Gents, who have kind of fanned out and are moving into the castle at this point. You're specifically near Little Joan, who's kind of commanding the operation.
You mean near the ripples?
Near the ripples. Right. They're rippling outward into the castle.
Did anybody shoot purple fireworks? I don't think anybody shot purple
No, we
fireworks.
never did.
It could be
No.
a way to indicate that who we are if we need to in a moment.
No,
Listen-
I just say, hey, Joan, we didn't shoot any purple fireworks. What's
You,
going
you
on?
say that to her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and she looks around for a bit and kind of focuses in your general direction, Scoot, as if she heard what you said.
Oh,
She can't
no.
see you.
Little Joan, can you get my hat when you guys go down there?
You all hear a caw, caw, caw sound, and you get a sense that the Raven Queen, you know her aura at this point. She's trying to help you. She's like giving you a chance to talk to your friends.
Oh.
Hey,
you get that
Joan.
vibe through a series of impressions emotionally.
I get good vibes from the Raven Queen.
Yes. What do you say to Joan?
Hey, Joan, we're here, but we're not here.
She says, Ilka,
Yeah.
Scoot, I won't ask too many questions. Are you safe? What's happening?
We were doing some trials for various lords of the undead to try to get our way back to the surface.
I've heard roaring and booming down below.
Oh, those were the 2 large black dragons.
Do you need help?
Probably, but I don't think it's something you can provide.
As she's talking, you can see dozens of cultists are streaming out of the castle and fleeing, like in terror or in panic. They have a reason to get out of there, and they're all going en masse.
Oh, so there was a ritual going on that the dragons were very happy about, and then we broke their ritual, so the dragons are probably mad.
Also, things were collapsing.
Yeah. We got plunged into the... I don't know where we got plunged to.
The
A long way
basement.
down.
We're going to go in there and help you out. What should we do?
Look for my hat.
Anything else?
Beware the big black dragons.
Okay, we did find a cache of explosives from where they were excavating. We could use those if you need something blown up.
Oh, we probably do. I don't. What wish we have them blow up? We blew up. You already blew up the urn.
Yeah.
Should we have them look for the purple lights and that's where they should aim?
You said there was like an ancient city or something?
Yeah, you should blow that up.
Well,
Should
we can
they?
do our best. But won't that crush you too?
I don't know. I just want
think
you to
so.
blow something up.
Fair.
Blow up the big black dragons.
That's
They're bad
hard.
news. Yeah, that's true.
harder to do.
They don't really succumb to firecrackers.
But we can try to make our way down there and set up some explosives and key points in the infrastructure.
Yeah, and maybe that will trap the dragons in there.
Ah, yeah, good idea. I haven't seen them come out yet.
Oh, if you see a guy named Bronk and he's still alive, try to keep him that way.
Noted. Bronk, any other details?
Have you heard any, like, the sounds of string music playing?
No. Again, that Bronk fella, any characteristics?
He's got a white mask, a white dragon mask.
Okay, haven't seen any of those yet.
He's kind of nonchalant and noncommittal.
Again, haven't seen any of those yet, so good to know. All right, well, we'll head in. And as she's talking, you're getting this creeping sense that some of the angry spirits, the ones that did not have the good smell, are starting to crowd in on your spirit presence, and they recognize that you're not really supposed to be there. You have sort of like buzzing and tingling sound in your periphery that's getting louder and louder.
Hey, y'all, the smell is getting real bad. There's bad juju coming on us.
Yeah, it's getting hard to focus, like your vision's getting blurry.
Joan, we got to split.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you down there. Remember the signal?
Yeah, purple fireworks.
Purple fireworks.
Okay, maybe give us the signal when you're safe or something.
We would love to.
Okay.
Or at least, when the time is right.
Yes.
Okay, over and out. Good luck. She says vaguely.
Zay attempts to flee.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Zay.
Uh-oh.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's worse than a one for
I'm
you.
not very excited. Wisdom. Oh, actually, it's a 10, which isn't.
And you take 7 damage as this force starts to claw into your brain. You all get the sense that you're sort of drifting away and you need to return back to your mortal bodies.
Oh, that's
yeah.
what I was trying to do. But
Right. But there's these forces that are blocking you. There's these sort of like other souls that are in between you now, and they're starting to hamper you, so you need to find a way to anchor yourselves or push through. And the Raven Queen is kind of cawing ambiguously around you,
That's
communicating as much. She doesn't have a physical form that she presents with, but she is giving you that vibe.
Can we just do like I'm just going to scooch right past you here. Just kind of like.
Just trying to get to the taco dip.
I roll dexterity.
Yeah.
900.
All right.
16.
The rest of you see Lark scotch his way through the spirits in spectral form back downwards into the depths of the earth. What about the rest of SWOJ?
I would like to be a little more brute about it, more strong about it, not so nimble or wise or charismatic or smart.
You mean you want to roll a strength roll?
Please.
Like, what does that look like, Scoot?
This is just pushing forward. This is just leaning the shoulders forward and not using your body weight to just sort of
Momentum.
nudge my way through.
Okay, roll strength.
That's 13.
13. Okay. Scoot is kind of struggling. These forces are buffering him back. You feel like you need some kind of an emotional anchor as well as your physical willpower, like something on your corporeal bodies that would anchor you, or some sort of like.
Oh, I love all of the things I have. All of
Pick
my
one.
possessions.
Pick one.
My axe.
Your axe.
Start with my axe.
Okay. Ilka and Zay, what about you guys?
I feel like Scoot has probably plowed a little bit of a path.
Yep.
So I'm gonna run forward, and like vault off his shoulders.
Like spectrally through the ground
Yeah,
downwards
up
into
it-
the depths of the earth?
Yeah, over the remaining souls.
There are many of them. It's this sort of current of souls welling up from the ground. Like this whole city is just breathing souls up into the world. So Lark managed to do it, but it seems like that opportunity is closing. You need some kind of an actual emotional anchor to get down further.
Like we need to get a physical object or think emotional.
Think emotional thoughts.
Oh,
I want to follow my hero, Lark, who saved me already once today, just today.
So your anchor is Lark?
My anchor is Lark, yeah.
great! I'm gonna sing Scoot a song about his axe, how it splits into 2 pieces.
How's the
and
song,
that's
what's
really,
the song sound like? What's the
really
style?
cool. It's probably little Bob Dylan-y about
Oh.
that axe.
And that triggers my rage.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I have more questions, but roll performance and just make a wisdom save. Say.
Do you rhyme axe with axe?
You know it.
21.
Also 21.
Okay, that's plenty. You guys push your way back down into the ground, and it gets darker and darker as this current kind of takes you. Your emotional pull back to your bodies gets you there. Lark, you just find your way down.
Yeah.
You're well versed in the paths of the dead.
Scoot, come this way.
Oh, I'm so mad thinking
Yeah.
about somebody mumbling a really well narrated song about my axe. Just split in 2.
And as you're getting like this dreamscape is kind of blending and melting. You have these weird visions of things in the distance. You get a sense of, like, for a brief moment you see just an endless silver and opalescent wall, and you see like this huge churning void around the wall, and you see a small speck of light in the distance that you sail towards spiritually until all of a sudden you're back in your bodies again, and you're just in a small hallway with sort of raven feathers all around the hallway, and it's kind of messy. Looks unused. Ahead of you is one more staircase heading upwards.
Thank you, Raven Queen.
You don't get a response back, but you sense all of a sudden that your thoughts are somewhat impacting the dead around you. Like these spirits that are moving up the staircase ahead of you kind of respond to your notions in subtle ways. That's your new power that you've unlocked.
Whoa.
I think backflippy thoughts at the souls and see if they move in a different pattern.
One of them vaguely whirls in the air a little bit and keeps going.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I think of one doing a burpee.
And one of them stops and just like knocks out like 10 burpees real quick. That's
Dang.
impressive.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Burpees
you don't know
are-
what that
Oh.
soul's backstory was, but it was impressive.
I dry heave a little watching.
Yeah, for sure. The rumbling gets more intense above you. You hear draconic roaring a few hundred feet above you, maybe.
I want to try to invite them to like swirl around me and see if like there's any sort of pressure
No.
or okay.
Not exactly.
Do they swirl around me though?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
vaguely. Not like totally obeying your command, but they kind of on their way up, they give you a swirl.
What do their feelings smell like?
Again, the same mix.
Mix.
It's a wide
All right.
variety. Yeah. What do you do?
Continue up the tunnel.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's going
I
first?
follow
Scoot?
Elka.
Still?
Yeah, I'll go Scoot.
Okay. Ahead of you, Scoot. You're the first one to see. Did you say you were going first?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just then emptied a sentence out midway. So we can go on with the story now.
Okay. You see, Scoot, a grand, austere stone cathedral with stone rubble kind of strewn all around the base of it. At the far end of the cathedral is the bronze phylactery jar, somewhat cracked. It seems like there's a current of souls, like these souls that are flowing upwards. Some of them are being diverted into the phylactery right now through this crack in the phylactery. It's
This is
damaged.
the two-headed dragon jar.
The two-headed dragon jar. Yeah, it's there on a little pedestal. Above it is a floating set of silver scales. The set of silver scales address you, and they task you. They say, "Help me control these chaotic souls."
Who are you?
I am the judge of the dead.
Do you have a name?
Some call me Kelimvor.
Hey, we saw your wall.
I was known as that name once. You did?
Yeah.
It doesn't respond to that further.
What other names have you been known as?
Unimportant.
There we go.
We heard that you're the current god of the dead and that you're not doing a great job. That's what we've been told.
Did Orcus say that?
He did.
He would.
Yeah.
Please help me get these souls away from this phylactery. It won't stop absorbing them.
Okay, how do we help you?
Try.
I'm going to go up there and
We're
I'm
gonna-
yeah, you go for it.
I'm going to will with my new power the souls away from the phylactery.
Just like really concentrating hard.
Yeah, I'm
maximum
going to
effort.
suggest that they go somewhere else.
Make a wisdom check, Lark.
Okay, well, that's not great. Okay, well, 16, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you actually managed to kind of divert the current a little ways. Like you kind of create a barrier metaphysically in the air that makes some of the souls divert upwards and outwards. You hear a crashing sound getting louder and a roar very close to you all, maybe within 100 feet.
I would
As
like
this
to
starts to happen.
go up next to Lark, take my axe out, turn it sideways, and start fanning more of the spirits away. Seeing if that'll work.
Okay. Roll dexterity, Scoot.
I'm going to blow also to help. So I don't know if that gives them advantage.
14.
14. Not quite. More of the souls are continuing to just they don't seem to care about the physical air that you're blowing on them. Unless you are somehow making it like a metaphysical air you're blowing on them too.
Duh.
Well, your focus is not quite there enough.
Didn't I
Maybe
say
you're
metaphysical
still,
air?
You're still a bit shook by the poison and the death part.
I'm on a calorie deficit.
You are. You really need some Zeolite. And it seems like the little progress bar on the jar is just about full again.
But
It's
does it
sticking
start
up.
to go backwards after I send the spirits away?
No, it's not. It's not bleeding spirits. It just was almost all the way full, and now
Man.
it's still filling up. Just it's more slowly.
Send the spirits away, everybody, with your mind power.
The scales address you all and say, "You mentioned the wall. The wall is a shield against that which lurks beyond. Was not an error." Anybody else doing anything?
I have a little bone flute that lets me speak to the dead.
Okay.
Would that be I play my bone flute to find out if it does any good.
Roll performance.
17.
17. Yeah. What do you want to do with this performance? Like, what are you trying to convey? To the dead?
I am telling the souls that they have no purpose here near the phylactery and they should go elsewhere.
Those are the lyrics?
Yes.
Interesting. Like explicit or like metaphorical?
Deeply poetic. This is layered. This is analogies and nuance. There's a lighthouse.
Very nice.
Still on that Dylan theme.
Very nice. What about Zay?
I'm listening to this song and preparing my scroll of daylight to potentially use it on the phylactery depending on what the result of what's happening with Ilka.
Okay. Together with Lark and Scoot, Ilka, you're able to essentially stop the current from entering that crack in the jar again. And Kellenborg continues to talk to you. He says, what you perceive as cruelty with my wall, he's ignoring what you're doing. He's saying, it's not a cruelty, it's a fraction of the mercy that it provides.
Okay.
I feel like Orcus is the guy you got to convince. Like, we're not.
Well, we had some questions about Kellenborg's wall also.
Yeah, my
Yes.
sister has told me that I need to break the wall.
No, you must protect it.
What would happen if we broke it?
Each soul in the wall is a brick holding back a dam of madness. A flood of madness.
I knew what you
We
meant.
understood. We understood.
Thank you.
We
Wait,
found
where,
it.
I was never a grammar major.
Again with the metaphors.
where was what madness? What do you mean what madness is it holding back?
He says, in the absence of belief, the void would rush. And as he's mid-sentence, there's a crashing explosion as a huge hole opens up in the far corner of the ceiling. And first one big draconic head and then a second big draconic head poke their heads out and kind of lock onto the phylactery on the pedestal. Do you all do anything in response to that?
Hey, Kellenborg, you're a god, right?
Yes.
Can you do anything about dragons?
Not in this form. And one of the dragons reaches down and picks up the phylactery and starts to pull it back into the tunnel with its big draconic claw.
I cast Shatter on the phylactery.
Okay. Roll damage again.
I react by moving away.
You gotta break that thing. 14. In the paw of the dragon.
The dragons actually tuck the phylactery under their arm and chuck it back up the tunnel as you're casting Shatter. And your Shatter goes short a little bit as it flies upwards. Zay, did you want to cast Daylight? You have a chance to react too.
Yeah, on the
phylactery?
phylactery, yeah.
Okay. They roll Constitution for Shatter though? Right? For damage?
Oh, the dragons.
Yes.
Yeah.
They fail, so you can roll some damage for them.
Or you could just say my bad.
Is it the same damage to the phylactery as to the...
It would be more to the phylactery, but they tossed it.
So do you want another damage roll or do you want the same?
Oh, you already rolled damage, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was 20.
20, okay.
So the phylactery will glow with daylight for the next hour.
Great. So you all see it twinkle up beyond the wings of the dragons up this tunnel that extends upwards. The two dragons whip around and breathe lines of acid at Ilka and Zay as you both use your abilities.
Cover myself with my cloak.
Please make dexterity saving throws, you guys. Let me get out my D6.
You said that please really hard.
6.
14.
Okay.
You have an acid resistance cloak, or
Oh yeah, we do. I do have an acid resistance cloak.
That is very important.
I have a cloak. I don't think it does me...
No, you did.
no, you have
put
two
your
cloaks on. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shrouded in resistance.
So many cloaks.
I have an acid resistance cloak.
That's,
and then the pretty cloak.
he's been
Am I
rolling
pretty-
dice that entire conversation. He's still going. He
He's
lost count.
He had to. He's carry the 20.
You take 56 damage,
Oh,
acid damage,
God.
halved
Okay.
by your resistance.
So 28
that's
damage apiece.
28 damage apiece.
Damn
acid
it.
damage. Blap, blap.
I had 27 points.
Oh, so you go unconscious?
I go unconscious.
All right.
I'm just like a little puddle underneath my dragonhide cloak.
Lark and Scoot, I assume you guys weren't standing in a line with Ilka and Zay? We don't have a battle grid, so...
No, I was not standing in a line.
Okay.
My reaction when she cast Shatter was to move away, literally. Like
Sure,
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very unconscious.
Oh, you both are?
Yeah.
Okay. The dragons turn their heads and peel back up the tunnel they came from, leaving Lark and Scoot with your two unconscious friends.
I'm on this side of the table, so I'll grab Zay.
Yeah, I guess nearest Ilka, or I see Scoot. I'll go and attend to Ilka.
I have one of those healing potions.
I do
still.
too.
Yay! Thank everything.
I'm gonna cross it off.
Mine
So-
says 84, and I don't know if that's right.
It is. I
Go
have
for it.
one too.
Yeah, they're monstrous.
Oh, good lord. Well, it okay. Do
I roll it?
So that's 5.
Yeah, you can both roll.
That's
respectively.
11. That's 13. And that's
I have more D4s if you need them.
18. Plus, yeah, it's just 84 plus 4, right?
Yes.
So 22 total.
Oh.
And I'm going to cross that off my list now. You stopped the game when you asked us to roll dice and do math.
You guys got this. I have faith. This is the authentic D&D experience.
Right?
Where we roll every number.
19.
19. Great. You guys cough back to life. Feeling pretty good. Aside
So-
from the burning on your skin.
The 19 is from 0 or from however negative we went.
We'll say from 0, just to keep it simple.
Otherwise, you'd still be
You caught
below
that.
0.
What would you be at, 2?
You don't need to know that.
That's fair.
I'll tell you that later.
Yeah. So, you're all conscious again. There's no sign of Kellamvor in this room. The souls are all whooshing up the tunnel the dragons created upwards. It's like a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
A faint light in the distance getting farther away.
Can I send some of the spirits after the jar, the urn, whatever?
Sure. Like, what's your order?
Like, I'm gonna think like, oh, it would be really great if you went and pulled that away from the dragons and brought it back.
Okay. And you see a current of souls disappear that way.
I'm
No
gonna
sign of what they're doing, though.
put on the dragon mask and see what happens.
I step a little farther away from Ilka.
I cast Balm of the Summer Court on myself and then on Ilka as well.
Make a charisma saving throw, Ilka.
I'm charming.
Before you 8, before you put on the mask, 8 Balm of the Summer Court.
18 charisma
18.
saving throw.
You feel very draconic, and you look really badass. You've got a half sort of dragon mask and 2 horns extending from your head as part of the mask. It's all one kit.
And you have 2 pieces of the set already.
Yeah.
You don't know what your full powers are, but there's definitely some kind of draconic majesty going on in how you move and act right now. So,
How does she appear to us?
as Ilka with the mask.
Okay.
Cool mask on.
Cool mask.
Yep.
Thank you.
Like it.
I feel amazing.
You do feel like an almost overwhelming sense to like hoard things and like hurt people, but you managed to push it down.
So I could try ordering the dragons to bring the phylactery back.
Good try.
Can I move further away from you before you do that?
They're at least a couple hundred feet up the tunnel at this
Not
point. So they're
far
not like,
enough.
close to you. Yeah. And you can hear them getting further away. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
I think we do have to go that way, though.
Yeah. Well, the jar is headed back, right? The spirits went and got it, and
No
my
sign
plan
of the jar.
worked.
The
Oh,
the light has not gotten closer.
man.
You do hear a roar and kind of like, but the light doesn't get closer.
Does Ilka know what that meant?
Yeah. Do I now understand Draconic?
Yes. It was not any intelligible words. It was just an angry roar and the sound of dragons attacking something.
Oh, that would be bleeped out if I could translate
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the dragons are attacking something. I wonder if it's the ripples.
Or
Hope
maybe it's the
not.
spirits that I send after the phylactery.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Scoot starts making his way up the 45-degree.
Yeah, how fast can we get up
Path.
there?
Well, it's difficult terrain. So if you're just climbing your way up, I'm going to need dexterity rolls from everyone just to see
Is there a faster way?
you could fly somehow.
Yeah, do we have the,
Yeah, let's do that.
do we have the guitar still?
Oh.
The
I've
rock
been
rock?
I
wondering-
can
I've been wondering
mold
about that.
earth to make it easy terrain.
You could do that.
But don't we have I forgot the name of that thing.
The rock.
Yeah, the rock.
It was the spell jamming helm.
Do we have
Yeah.
the spell jamming helm still? Somebody had
I think it was
it. Somebody
kinda-
have that in their pocket.
Heavy, right? Like there's a guitar attached to it.
Yeah, and
We'd
a
probably
giant
know if
stone.
we had it still.
Yep, it's right. It's right there. I see it in Scoot's bag. Of,
You would definitely announce your presence if you used that, but
Oh.
it would let you fly. So there's that. Or you could just climb.
I'm
It's
for the,
definitely doable.
the
It's not
mold
hard.
earth plan.
Yeah.
All right.
I want dexterity rolls because there's also debris tumbling down this slope from behind the dragons. There's also like water rushing in from somewhere up above.
14.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
9.
Would this be what's it called? Advantage
saving
barbarian thing? Danger sense?
No, it would be a dex save.
Actually.
3.
Okay.
If I don't see I would get advantage if I could see the danger.
Sure. Well, you can see the stuff coming, so I suppose then yes.
2.
A 3 was about as good as you could do. We'll say Lark and Scoot, you're just flagging behind. It's not like you're getting really messed up. You do see there are a couple patrols of cultists coming towards you. Ilka and Zay, you're totally fine. But you see in the distance, like with faint lanterns, robed figures coming down to try and like root you out.
I give Zay the other mask now that I'm wearing the dragon one.
Okay.
I put on the mask, and then I conjure animals. I conjure spiders to climb up and try to like dislodge and attack the cultists that are trying to come for us.
Are you trying to like get by them as you do that, or just like stay hunkered down?
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep moving up.
Okay. Do you guys want to roll stealth,
Yeah.
please? And I'll roll perception for them with disadvantage.
8 for Ilka.
24 for Lark.
14 for Scoot.
14 plus.
Okay. You're all right. You all make it
16.
past them. Ilka, you definitely get like a face full of a current of water as you're making your way through. This water is picking up in intensity as if there's like huge pools of it somewhere upland that is now making its way down. And you make a loud splashing and sputtering sound as it hits you. And as you're a little ways past them, they all turn around and notice you all. And they like comically all brandish swords and crossbows and turn around to try and chase you down. Do you all stick around or do you keep going?
I mean, can we outpace them?
I'm not very fast, but can my spiders occupy them?
Yes. Yeah, the spiders are hindering them. You can also cast
Okay.
Mold Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say let's just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get to those dragons.
Yeah.
Hey, Scoot, I'm going to jump on your back.
Okay.
Yeah, so you outrun them. There's like little chasms opening up occasionally. This place is very unstable, and it seems like it's getting worse. As you make your way to the top of this tunnel, and you're standing, as you reach the top, sort of on the edge of this plaza that got blown up earlier. The leader of the cult is there, Velia, as well as the 2 dragons, and they're all, like 3 of them, just the 3 of them, are huddled around this urn as she rapidly chants this ritual again, trying to make something happen with the dragons. What do you all do? You're maybe like 30 feet away, a little bit obscured. They're not aware of your presence as far as you can tell.
Can we stop that chant somehow?
Are there any cultists lined up to be...
They're back in the tunnel, making their way towards you slowly.
Oh, sorry, to be sacrificed into the phylactery?
No.
Okay.
They're just going for it.
So we've got cultists, we've got the leader, Velia doing her chanting, and the
Right.
two dragons still here.
Right, a bunch of cultists behind you, cult leader and 2 dragons right ahead of you.
Maybe we should have taken the cult leaders out behind us.
Yeah.
Give us something to do before we go up there and die.
But now we're here, so we might as well just get on with it.
All right. Okay. So we got to go after Velia, don't we?
We got to stop the chant.
I would like to cast Moonbeam on Valia at level 4.
Great, so she makes a con save?
She does.
This is the chant to turn them into Draco Liches, right? Are we assuming that that's what's going on?
Yeah, she rolls a 2, so she definitely fails. So you can roll damage.
So if this is not her original form, she will
Yes,
revert.
she stays in her form. You all can do one more thing too before we roll initiative. So, any other surprise actions?
8, 15, 17, 21.
Nice. Anybody else?
How long does a potion of acid resistance last?
We'll say 10 minutes. It could be an hour. I can double check. Either way, long enough for this encounter.
It's apropos of nothing.
What's the? I'm sorry. One more time. The environment. Describe what cavern.
You're coming out of a tunnel onto the edge of sort of this precipice
Okay.
of the huge explosion that happened.
Okay.
It's like the original way into the sunken citadel is all caved in, so you're not sure how you're going to get out of here.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what you see.
Okay.
It's 1 hour, Lark.
1 hour. Oh
Yeah.
my, heck yeah! Does everyone have one of those, or just me? Why is that on my inventory?
Do you not have a dragonhide cloak?
No.
We might have got you that instead or something.
And I just said I'm too awesome, so I don't need anything.
I was yeah.
I'm going to take my protection of evil and good. Or did I already do Moonbeam?
Pop a potion.
Oh,
You
yeah, it's a
already did
bonus
Moonbeam,
action.
So yeah, you can pop a potion too.
I'm going to pop that protection from evil and good. I gave one to you earlier, and Scoot, you have one from a previous.
Yeah, now feels like
Yeah.
the time.
episode.
I'm going to pop that and then Bardic Inspiration at Scoot.
Okay, and Scoot, what do you do?
I'm gonna pop a potion.
Which one?
Potion of spider climb.
You guys buffing yourselves before the fight.
Weird.
Cool.
This is the first time.
I'm drinking the acid resistance potion and throwing a marble of mirage far away from us.
Oh, cool. Okay. So, one thing about potions of protection from evil and good is that they don't protect you against literal evil creatures. It's against specific types of creatures of the evil alignment, such as undead and fae and demons. However, as you're popping these potions and the ritual's going on, Velia is blasted by the moonbeam, which burns away her veil. And you can see that you actually recognize her face. It's the face of Amalia Castellanter.
Oh,
what?
dang.
Unclear what she's doing here, but yeah. She looks very aggrieved as she gets burned away. And as the ritual is interrupted, the smaller dragon of the two, sort of in a surprise fit of anger, lunges at its brother and takes a huge chomp out of its neck and just rips the throat of its brother right out,
What?
spraying blood and acid everywhere.
Does it kill it?
It does kill it. It thrashes for a moment as it starts to die. Roll for initiative.
What the heck?
Oh, he's trying to turn him into a Dracolich.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, I got a 20.
You did get a 20.
I don't want to go first.
I got a 19, but I have an advantage.
15, Ilka.
Okay.
19 twice. Oh, I could have used those rolls later.
So that's like a 22.
Well, you probably have a higher.
21.
Oh, I'm 22.
Nice.
No, wait, mine's 20 even, sorry.
22.
20.
Lark?
12.
Oh, no. I'm tanking.
Okay. So, Zay, you get to act first again.
I cast Balm of the Summer Court on myself.
That's a bonus action.
And then I am going to encapsulate Amalia in Fairy Fire. If I'm within 60 feet. Am I within 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dex save.
Yes.
She gets a 17, so I think she succeeds.
Oh, yeah, because I don't think my staff helps me with this one.
But it's enough of an explosion that it definitely coats the phylactery and probably the toes of the surviving dragon. However, she manages to kind of waft it away with a gesture.
Okay.
So the phylactery now is like covered in glitter and shining with daylight, which is just beautiful. It's like a disco ball in the dark. What color is the fairy fire that you threw?
Green.
Okay. All right. Did you do anything else?
I duck behind Scoot.
Okay. Takes us to Scoot.
I don't know if I'll be there long.
That's okay.
I'm going to rage. How
Yes.
far away am I?
About 30 feet.
Lovely. So with my rage, I guess to the phylactery, I think is what I'm going to be going after.
Oh, okay.
So 30 feet from the phylactery.
And you have advantage
Yeah, you can totally make it there and attack.
Why do I have advantage?
from my Fairy
From the
Fire.
fairy fire.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh, all right. Let's just do it this way. 9, which would make it a... God, I used to know this stuff right away. 16.
Okay, roll damage.
Oh, no. This is going to take a while.
Yes.
12?
Oh, the lions are 6s. Nice.
Yeah, lines of 6s. So that was 2d6 plus 5, so 17, and then 3 more fire damage. 20 even.
20 even.
That's exactly how many hit points the phylactery had left. It explodes.
Right?
No, it seems like it's somewhat warded now against just like exploding like it did the last time. Valley seems to be holding her hand out and sort of concentrating to keep it from just totally blowing everything away. However, you do put a dent in it,
Oh, cool.
a visible dent.
All right. Then I'll do attack 2.
Okay.
14, so a lot.
Yes.
That's going to be 7 plus 11 fire damage, so 18 more.
Okay.
And now it's dead.
Not yet. No, it's got 2
What?
dents.
Too dense.
Yes.
Too dense.
Too dense.
It's too dense. And a huge crack. I mean, there's definitely like a little bit of energy seeping out of it.
I didn't even do the crack. I did the. Oh. Scott rages.
At this point, the bads go. So the one surviving dragon is going to turn towards whoever's grouped up still, which I don't think any of you are at this point. So we'll say he's going to turn towards Scoot since you're attacking the phylactery.
I didn't touch him.
Scoot, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. 3 or 5 is not much better. 6 total.
Yes, you are going to take some acid damage.
All right. I expected this.
Scoot, you got that bardic inspiration?
Oh, thank you.
Let's see.
I have an 8. There it is.
So that's going to be 62 acid damage. Scoot.
So half that to 31.
Yeah.
And I'm still smiling.
Smells like, I don't know, something you'd
I
find in the
can't. I
back of a
can't
ship.
help. I can't stop myself. All that goes on, and I. Dry heaving came back.
And the dragon sort of stomps over to kind of crouch over the phylactery, like taking a protected position over it. So it's like craning kind of down and facing you directly, Scoot, like within 5 feet or so. Yeah. Velia, for her part, is going to, I think, take off into the air. And she's going to like poof out of existence and reappear 30 feet up. And then I think to sort of hover there, yeah, and start to telepathically pull the phylactery away from you, Scoot. Unless you like have a reaction you can do.
If I can, I would react by grabbing it.
I think you can try to hold on to it, but it'll take you with it at this point. Like you're not doing a full action to try to wrest it free. So if you want to hold on to it while it goes, you can.
No, I'm gonna skip that. I got spider climb, yeah. Spider fall, no.
Sure. Okay. Fair. All right. Takes us to Ilka.
And a dragon's looking at me.
How far am I from Velia Amalia?
About 30 feet again.
Beautiful. I'm going to dissonant whispers on her.
Okay.
Make her all scared and spooky.
So she makes a save.
Yeah. Need a wisdom saving throw.
Does it make her flee at all?
Yes. If she fails, she must use her reaction to run away from me.
She gets a 16.
Then she takes a little damage.
Okay.
Ten.
10 damage. She laughs maniacally at your feeble attempts to scare her.
I'm pretty scary.
Yeah, and she says, "I'll see you on the Radiant Citadel."
That was a really lame.
That's
a
it?
really lame
That's what you
villain.
got?
She says, "When we claim the preserve of the ancients, on all those souls are channeled into Vora Maganthar.
I mean, that's a little better, I guess.
You will rue the day you crossed the Castellanter family."
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's your monologue.
Just a, yeah.
Tell us your secret plan.
We need.
Oh no, I
to-
did. Oh, oops.
Can I'll wait up till my turn.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Can
Anything else,
I, as a bonus action, can I try to use the mask and try to talk to the dragon?
Sure.
Great. I want to plant paranoia that Amalia is secretly going to turn on him and that he should attack Amalia.
All right, roll persuasion. You're like doing this mentally, or
Yeah, I'm wearing the mask and I'm communicating with him based on her speech that she just gave and using those words to say, look, it's not about you. She only wants her own power and glory, and eventually she's going to turn on you.
okay.
That's a 15.
15. You sense like a dense resistance in the dragon's mind, almost as if there's like a thick fog clouding its judgment, which is weird because these are old and powerful dragons.
Interesting.
So, yeah, you get that vibe from the dragon. It's kind of more acting on instinct.
Okay, that ends my turn.
Okay. Lark,
How big is the phylactery?
about 2 feet diameter.
And how far up off the ground is it?
We'll say about 15 feet.
I guess maybe. So first, and this maybe takes my whole turn, but I want to try to send the spirits with this control of the spirits that we have after Amalia. I want to disrupt her concentration. I want her to stop being able to pull the phylactery towards her.
Okay. Make a charisma roll to do that.
Okay.
That'll do it.
What you got there?
It was a 15 and then plus some. +2, 17.
Yeah. Yep. So you just want to disrupt her as well as you can?
Yeah, I want to break her concentration.
Okay. You definitely bother her. Let me roll that.
Look on the bother table.
I want the phylactery to fall.
She
back
succeeds in
down.
keeping concentration on the spell that's picking it up, but she does seem distracted and annoyed. So,
15 feet in the air, huh?
yeah. As this sort of rippling current of spirits swirls around her and kind of chokes her. Not like physically, but just like her vision.
And then how far am I from Scoot?
Oh, maybe 20 feet.
All right, I'm going to run toward... I'm going to use the rest of my turn to run towards Scoot.
You know, there's a dragon looking at me.
Yeah, you're running under a dragon to do that.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
I'm going to do it like I'm going to slide.
He stole my move.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, when I get there, I have a plan that I need to share with Scoot, but I don't know how much my turn is left.
Well, you can
so.
talk.
Scoot,
We'll say your bonus action was.
Okay, then Scoot, can I use one of the bags of holding, and can you throw me up at the phylactery?
All those things. Yeah, whatever
Great.
you want.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at this dragon and I'm looking at my axe, and while I do feel good, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
All right. As the round turns back to Zay's turn, you notice that the dragon that got its throat ripped out is sort of starting to kind of flail on the ground and twist a little bit as its bones kind of spike out and start to. It's kind of like melding with its brother a little bit, like they're becoming one in a grisly display.
Oh, this is bad.
I try casting fairy fire, bright purple, sparkly fairy fire on the dragon corpse
Okay,
to signal.
that's a direct hit.
Okay.
So between the disco ball light and now a blast of green and a blast of purple, you all see like hundreds of feet up in the air, somewhere in the darkness, a faint glimmer of purple as well in response, but nothing yet.
Okay.
Did you move or do anything else?
I yell, Ilka, we need to destroy the corpse.
Destroy the corpse of a dragon. I don't know what I have that's big enough for that.
Scoot, it's your turn.
Oh, and I cast Balm of the Summer Court on Scoot
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. for 12.
Cool. Alrighty. Having full understanding of what Lark wants me to do, I do that.
Okay, make a strength roll.
You need a bag of holding.
Yep.
And I'm throwing you.
Yeah, at the phylactery.
Yeah, Lark,
Okay.
you roll acrobatics.
Strength roll. And
Come
I'm still
on,
raging,
20.
so I have advantage on this.
Right.
And I want it. And yeah, I'll take that. So that's a 15.
That'll do it.
19.
Okay. You're able to... So you just kind of fall into the darkness after you're thrown? There's nothing stopping you if you catch it, unless
Yeah.
you're trying to like grab onto it.
I want to, like, my goal is to get up there with the bag of holding and pull it over the phylactery.
Okay, not like just whoop past it.
No, I want
Okay.
to pull it over the phylactery.
Okay, and so you do so, Lark. Yeah.
Great.
Well, let's wait till your turn.
Oh,
let's say.
okay.
So you get up there and you start getting your bag of holding ready.
Okay.
We don't want to give you extra. You already did a lot of stuff on your turn. So
Yeah.
takes us to the dragon, which is going to try to bite Lark and claw Lark as he's on the phylactery now.
I'm so fast. There's
Yeah.
no- yeah. I'm flying through the air. I mean, what can a dragon do?
Stop saying words.
Okay. The bite attack is a 17.
I mean, fine. Yeah.
That
I
hits?
guess that hits. Of course it
Okay.
hits.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
It's made of paper.
The claw is an 18, and the other claw is a 21.
Of course
so,
it is.
Yeah, those all. Man, that's a lot of attacks.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you were running towards a dragon?
I mean, well, I slid under it, so that's
So you
different.
take 28 damage from the claws,
Okay.
and
Oh boy.
13 damage from the bite,
Okay.
plus
No.
6 acid damage.
Halved because of the potion.
Right.
Okay, so 3 for the acid damage, and then
I think I said 17 and 28.
I think you said 13.
Did I say 13? Okay. Is that important?
Well, but I also have evasion, and how does that work if I'm flying through the air?
Ah. Well, you can still use your uncanny dodge to take half damage from one of the attacks.
Okay, well, I'm going to
These
take
aren't dex
half.
saves,
I'm
though.
going to take half the. They're not.
No, they're just attack rolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're having the big one?
Yeah, I'm
which
having
is
the big one.
The one of the claws. So
Yeah.
you do 7, 14, 13, and 3.
7 and 14 is 21, and 13 is 34,
33,
and
34,
3 is 37.
37 damage.
Okay.
Still
It's
standing?
not just doing math constantly in front of people. It's having your friend make constant eye contact while you try to do it. With a stupid expression on his face.
Are you still up?
I am.
Great. Amalia is going to try to fling you off of the thing telekinetically. So, make a strength roll, Lark.
And she maintains control.
As I was flying through the air, one, she's being distracted by my spirits,
Yes.
and two, as I was flying through the air, I yelled, "Amalia, you suck!" And so,
Definitely throws her off her game a little bit.
yeah. Well, I rolled a 2, and what am I rolling here? A strength, so that's a 1. Boom.
Ah, okay. Lark, you get thrown off of it. I'm sorry.
But
she's definitely
the
distracted.
nice thing is, as I fell, like I left the bag float just in the perfect way that it fell over the phylactery as I'm falling, and it kind of just worked out.
I don't think so, alas. No, you're still holding the bag, but you didn't quite have it like in just the right way to slip it over.
Man, my beautiful plan.
Well, I mean, do you want to let go of it? You could let go of it.
No, I need it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, can I throw? No, I'm gonna hold on to it. There's nothing I can do that makes sense.
You do have it ready, so you could still throw it if you want to.
Well, I
but
want to throw it then.
on your turn. So it's Ilka first.
I'm gonna cast out. I'm wearing this mask. I'm gonna speak to any all dragons within range.
Okay, what are you saying?
Your existence is being threatened.
It's really trying to punch through the fog.
Yep, you must come. This is the hour of need.
Okay.
This black dragon will alter the future of dragons forever. If you are within range, you must come.
Make a charisma roll.
I'm charming.
Oh, heck yeah.
23.
Yeah, again, the black dragon doesn't seem to slow down, but you hear 3 roars high up above of younger sound, like higher pitched roars than the black dragons.
Great.
You recognize one of them as the roar of Jill, the white dragon, Iglamar.
Good.
you
I'm
saved
gonna
before.
try to psychically send an image of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and you get the sense that there's some kind of connection there. And we'll take it to Lark. What do you do?
I'm throwing the bag at the phylactery.
Do it. Roll acrobatics.
Come on.
What's going to be your
Come on,
parachute?
die.
then?
Oh, man.
Do you have bardic inspiration? It's not too late.
15.
15? Okay.
What'd you roll, a 3?
A 5.
I just rolled a 5. So we'll say that she's not able to flick it out of the way, and then the bag zoops over it and starts to tumble into the darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's suddenly much more dim in this cavern.
It is. Yeah, right. The light source is gone. At the end of the round, there is a massive explosion somewhere up above, like an earth-shaking roar, like a sort of like a vacuum sucking sound fills the air around you as not only does the ceiling start coming down, but a huge rift sort of breaks open in the earth as you see the series of explosions up above, fueled, and also some kind of magical energy. All the souls rising up are having some kind of influence on this. And you actually see a crack of daylight somewhere up above. Like more time has passed in this place than you were aware of. And the storm has since passed. But actually, like a canyon all the way to the ocean starts to crack open as 3 dragons come swooping down towards the 4 of you. It's Iglamar, Jill, as well as a young gold dragon and a smallish black and silver mottled scaled dragon. And they swoop down towards you all like the eagles from Lord of the Rings, basically offering a ride if you take one.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Do we have the phylactery?
It's tumbling into the chasm right now.
It's in the bag. We got that
Yeah.
thing in the bag.
Okay. But they can't get it and use it. Like, it's secured. I
As
don't
far
want
as
to
you know, it's
just...
disappearing into the depths.
What does the depths look like? Okay, here's what I'm asking. I
It's
have
just
that,
like an empty hole right now.
I have that potion of spider climb on me right now. Can I jump towards it, get control of it, and then grab onto a wall because I'm spider climbing without taking damage? Because then I would have one of the dragons swoop down and pick me up. So
Yeah,
then
if you have momentum, yeah, I suppose you could just keep going, kind of
That-
splat against the wall and stay there.
that would be what I would try to do
Okay.
on my turn.
We'll take it out of combat here. As this explosion happens, Amalia and the black dragon kind of whirl around to see what's going on. They see the explosions, they see the dragons coming in, and they start to leave. They just start flying away. As these bones are still kind of like grafting onto the surviving black dragon, as it kind of grabs Amalia under its arm, and they start flying off up towards the light in the sky. Scoot, make a dexterity roll.
Man, I was just going to change my entire
Or
plan.
acrobatics, that works too.
Let me see.
I call out, Scoot, there's like a thing to grab onto on the side there, and I offer guidance.
Sounds like guidance. 19
Oh, you might not need it.
plus. Whoop, let's do that for the people. 20.
20.
And then acrobatics is 4. So
It's a
24.
clutch moment. You tuck it under your arm securely as you land pretty gracefully against the opposite wall in a beautiful leap across the chasm.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the dragons
Amazing.
swoop down to get you. Do you all do anything else before you start to fly back upwards?
Is that the. So there's one dragon that's getting bones grafted onto it?
Yeah, like this magic of whatever Dracolich
Okay.
ritual went down is still doing something.
They're way out of range now, or are they still there?
They're maybe 150 feet away or so.
And there's a corpse of the other dragon still here.
It's still here, but it's kind of all torn apart, and parts of it are still floating towards the other dragon.
And
I'm
they're
gonna,
shiny purple.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to the other dragons and ask them if they have destructive power to destroy what's left of this corpse before it can be desecrated.
Sure. Anything else? They do.
Well, they don't have the phylactery power, so they can't finish this Dracolich transformation.
don't
I'm
really know
assuming.
how it works,
Wow,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm plummeting into the darkness, and one of the dragons comes and swoops and gets me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And it flies me up out of the.
The
out
gold
of
one does, yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm gonna do like a luck dragon, never-ending story fist pump as I fly up out
Yes.
of the darkness.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so the three dragons kind of circle around once they've retrieved the 4 of you, and they just blast the heck out of the remains of the dead dragon. Ice and fire and acid, I suppose, from the black one.
Cool.
Just scour the earth.
Good.
And as this chasm widens,
I thank them for giving him an honorable passing compared to what would have happened to his corpse.
they roar. They seem pretty angry about all of this.
Yeah.
And you all take off towards the sky as the sun kind of rises in the east. You see the shadows of this black dragon and Amalia disappearing eastward towards the Sword Mountains. There's smoke and a faint trickle of music still from somewhere down below. And you all are greeted by this beautiful view.
I warn Zelipharn, I think something really bad is coming your way.
And you also see the Jolly Gents, waving at you from somewhere down below. They're making their way out of the rubble. And that's where we'll call it for tonight, you guys. Good job. You made it.